Hello everyone. This video is about sum of two numbers. Now we'll see algorithm and flowchart, even the program execution. In algorithm, begin and end are common. Step one and last step. Now the between steps are what? You have to think about what is your input and what is you wanted to display. According to the question, I wanted to take two numbers to add together and wanted to store the result into the other variable. So as simple as if somebody asks you to tell the answer for 2 plus 3, then we'll think about to process it, right? So we'll take 2 plus 3 as our input to give the result of 5. So now I'm taking these two are my input and this is my output. Now in the same way, to store the first value, I need a variable in the computer memory. To store the second variable value, I need the other variable in computer memory. So hence, the step 2 is what? Read number 1, comma number 2. And the last variable is sum. Sum is what? It's a variable where I have to give the result. That means I have to store the result. You should not give any value inside of it. You should display the value. Okay. Now, sum is equal to number 1 plus number 2, print sum. Now look at the flowchart. So flowchart is, so as usual start. After that, you have to take parallelogram symbol because that is the symbol which is used to take input and output. So read number 1 comma number 2 will be in parallelogram. Sum number 1 plus number 2 will be in rectangular box because that is the process. The third is next is print sum. It is also output function. Input output uses parallelogram symbol in the flowchart. And the fifth is what? It's a stop. It's not start, it's a stop. So this is about your flowchart for addition of two numbers. Now, let's see how program will get executed for the same program. So I have taken and even this is what sum of two numbers. So modify this sum of two numbers. Now hash include stdio.h. It's a standard input output because I'm taking printf and scanf. Next is main function. In the main function, I took three variables. Number 1 comma number 2 are my input variables. Sum is my output variables. After you finish all the variable declaration, put semicolon at the end of the line. After that, printf enter two integers. So you have to write whatsoever you wanted to print on display in the double quotes. Because this is formatted output function. It should be like this only. Next, scanf. If you wanted to take two values, then you have to write 2 percentile ds. Each percentile d indicates one integer value to store in the variable. So that is what address of number 1, address of number 2. Whatever variable name you give here in the place of this, the same variable name you have to give here. If you gave here n1, let here you write n1. And here it is n2 if you write here n2. So I wrote here ampersand number 2 because I have taken number 1 comma number 2. Hence it should be ampersand number 1 comma ampersand number 2. So these are two values. I need 2 percentile ds. Now sum is equal to number 1 plus number 2 semicolon. If you wanted to see the result in this format, the format is this. If you wanted to see the result in this format, then give this appropriate statement in the printf. Okay. So this is the way how you have to give. This percentile d indicates first number. This percentile d indicates second number. And this percentile d indicates sum of two numbers, the result. So this is what the sum of two numbers. Likewise, you please do subtraction of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers, division of two numbers, modulus of two numbers. Same logic. Use here other variable, change here operator. Instead of plus, you can put here minus. Hence, you can see it is subtraction result. It is subtraction and you can write here subtraction. If you compile the program, so I'm getting the error. What type of error? Sub is undeclared because I have to check here. So now sub. So let's see here also you'll get an error. Now, clear. So enter two integers. I'm entering 30 minus 15. Answer is 15. So this is about subtraction. In the algorithm flowchart also do the same modification. So after number 1 minus, you just do with the into symbol. The symbol is asterisk we used to say, or multiplication operator. I'm just taking MUL, the variable to store the result. So you have to modify every instruction wherever you wrote that in that word. So I changed it. Now let's see. 2 into 3. So I have to change even this operator into. Now it will be fine. 23 comma 2, 46. So this is about multiplication. And let's see about the division. So while modifying the same program, division, I'm taking divi. So I'm just, you can take any variable. It's not given in the C program that you have to take only 3-letter words, 2-letter words, something like. So C program basically significance of characters are 32. So you can give up to that. Now let's see division how it works. I'm just giving 24 by 12. So answer is, so 288 it is giving. So I have to check again this. Division is equal to percentile 2. Let's take out this. Acha, the reason why we are getting this is we have to take a floating point number. That's what it is giving. Let's check. Float and appropriate. You have to change even this. Percentile F, percentile F. And even you have to change here, percentile F. Now let's check. 24 by 12. Acha, that's what this operator symbol you didn't modify it. I'm sorry. We have to modify this symbol. Now we'll get the answer. 24 by 12. Answer is 2 point something. So that's what you have to be very conscious. When you wanted to change the variables or operators, you have to be bit conscious to change everything so that you will get the perfect answer. Fine. So this program I have shown you addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Thank you all.